We're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara,
and me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA, The Source.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. God, it's just a beautiful looking Tuesday. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful day out there, Robin? Just a beautiful day. This is the way it is most of the time. If you were visiting us for the first time ever last week and you said, oh my gosh, Florida is a rainy state. It's really, that was an exception to the rule. This is the way it normally looks. This is beautiful. It's 65 degrees right now. Temperature's climbing to 90 today. There is no mention of rain in the forecast. You know what it reminds me of every time I say no mention of rain?
What's that?
My very first job in radio was working the 6 till midnight shift at WMFQ. And back then it was like elevator music, basically.
Right.
And you only came on really to read a public service announcement, which was typed on an index card, and you had to read the weather. And the weather was scripted. There was actually a script in front of me with blank spaces, so you would fill in the blank with the temperature, and you fill in the blank with the percentage chance of rain. And every once in a while, it would say NMR, and I would say on the air, "Oh, it's 65 degrees and NMR rain." So, I don't even know what I'm saying. And then one of the other guys heard me say it. He said that you're supposed to read that no mention of rain. No mention of rain. Oh, well,
I know, you hate abbreviations.
Could you put an asterisk there?
Yeah, right, exactly.
With a little thing on the bottom that says NMR means no mention of rain.
That's right.
I thought it was a weather term. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. No, I hate abbreviations even now. I still hate them.
Speaking of not knowing what I'm doing, years ago, you and I got involved with the Reform Party, the political party, the Reform Party. And I learned a lot from those people. I was reminded of that yesterday when we spoke to Patricia Muth, who will be, by the way, signing her books. Is it this Saturday? Over in the Villages at the Barnes & Noble down there?
Yep, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. 2 hours you have to see her.
And so many things that you hear me say now about my political beliefs really stem from that whole experience of that time that I was really kind of heavy into that whole thing. And the Reform Party folks, Jim Penna was one of them, his mom, Liz Penna, really helped me learn a lot. And a lot of those folks, some of them were wacky though. I'll be honest with you. Some of them just, I think they had less of a clue than I did. But some of them were very astute. One of those people who was very astute, years later when I got this gig, we interviewed Phyllis Schlafly, and she is in the news because she passed away.
Oh, my.
I didn't know how old she was. She was 92 years old.
Gosh.
Phyllis Schlafly, who became a founding mother of the modern U.S. conservative movement by battling feminists in the 1970s and working tirelessly to defeat the Equal Rights Amendment, died yesterday at the age of 92.
Gosh.
If you ever wonder why she was opposed to the Equal Rights Amendment, you have to read her writings. You have to study her. I would be horrible at trying to explain it, but she had some really good points. I mean, equal rights make sense.
Yeah.
But the Equal Rights Amendment didn't. That's what I remember. And we learned that from her.
Yeah, we spoke to her a few times.
At least once.
We had her on.
I don't really remember.
No, I think we had her on more than
it was early in this gig here. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is why would she be battling feminists? Again, you would think, wouldn't a woman want what feminists are asking for? Well, yes and no. There was a lot of things that they were for that didn't make sense, at least when Phyllis Schlafly explained it. And anyway, so she's passed away at the age of 92. Another obituary item. Hugh O'Brien, who played Wyatt Earp, has died. He was 91.
Oh, wow.
Hugh O'Brien, who shot to fame as Sheriff Wyatt Earp in what was hailed as television's first adult Western, has died. Did he show up at Six Gun Territory?
Yeah.
He did.
Yep. All of the, famous guys were there.
He organized a philanthropic organization called Hobby, H-O-B-Y.
Okay.
I don't know what that stands for. What do you think?
It's got to stand for.
What? Hugh O'Brien something.
Youth, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Gunsmoke debuted just a few days after Wyatt Earp and became even bigger. And by 1956 and 57, both were in the top 20 shows. Remember when Westerns were big on TV? Ooh.
Oh, they were huge.
That's why Six Gun Territory was so huge, because Westerns were huge.
Right? Exactly. Right.
And and I know people are going to argue with this, but isn't Star Wars basically a Western that takes place in space?
It is. They're cowboys. They're space cowboys.
Is that really what it is?
Sure. Exactly.
And
space cowboys.
Speaking of Six Gun Territory, which is now, long since gone and fondly remembered, I think in the same way Wild Waters may be one day remembered. Yesterday was the last day for Wild Waters, and I remember in 1977 when it first opened up. Do you know what sticks out in your mind when this theme park, when the water park first opened up? What sticks out in your mind?
That when you had a private, when you could rent it out, like when my mom worked for the Ocala Police Department, once a year they would rent it out at nighttime, and they would honor all the police officers, and your families could go down the slides at night and everything, and there was food there and music, and boy, did we have a great time. It was a lot of fun. That's what sticks out in my mind, because it was, all about community, and it was just such fun.
See, now, I hadn't yet started working in radio, but I was closely associated with the radio stations in Ocala because I had records. I had small-time recording artist, and so Ocala radio stations played my records. So I was here a lot, not just here, but all the stations. And there was a campaign for Wild Waters, and the catchphrase they used was "Hold on to your baggies, Jocko."
Yeah, I love that.
Hold on to your baggies, Jocko. And I thought, wow, I wonder who came up with that. That was a great phrase. And
it was a great
phrase.
It
gave you the sense. I don't know what your baggies are. I don't know if Jocko is just a crazy name for somebody.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're going down the slide, you're holding on to your bathing suit because you're going down a water slide.
Right, exactly, because you can lose it, and people did lose it.
So yesterday, Labor Day was the last day that they were going to be open for business. It's not clear what they're doing with the area. It looks like they'll probably take down the slides and perhaps make that a play area over at Silver Springs State Park. Silver Springs also is, here's one thing I wanted to say about Silver Springs. You hear sometimes negative things about Silver Springs State Park.
I know.
But you can't compare the state park to the attraction. The attraction is dead and gone.
Exactly.
Okay? The state park is there. And so it has the same name, and it has the same entrance, and thank God it has the same boats.
Yes.
I'm so happy that they kept the glass bottom boats, which was the centerpiece of the whole park.
Exactly.
But for those of you who are saying we need to really fix it, they are fixing it. It's amazing what they're doing over there. They're doing wonderful things. The state and the volunteers are really doing wonderful things. But you're not going to see it go back to the mini theme park that it was. We didn't call it a theme park. We called it an attraction back then, right?
Right, it was.
But up against things like Disney and Universal, it's not even in the same category. It was always a place to go 90% of it because it was simply beautiful. Same thing with Cypress Gardens. And what did that become?
Legoland.
That's Legoland now.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
Well, Legoland is fine. I wouldn't want... See, that's what I don't want. I don't want Silver Springs to be another Legoland. I like it as a state park. I think it's fabulous.
It's beautiful.
And they keep it up in the areas where it's supposed to be kept up. The lawns are well maintained. Yes, there are a lot of weeds growing up between... there's this whole gigantic piece of property that it occupies. You're not going to be cutting every blade of grass.
No.
but the walkways, the part that was the park before is still the park.
And the shops, people complain, well, there aren't any more shops, but they've got one part is like a mini museum. There is an ice cream area, and there is an area for hot dogs and hamburgers and that type of thing.
So anyway.
So, the private businesses will come in eventually and put their businesses there, but it's a beautiful park. Picnic.
All right,
fun.
on the other side, we do have some more news items. We've kind of stuck local with the conversation so far. We'll spread it out to the rest of the country on the other side of the break. And your phone calls are always welcome. Oh, gosh, and this horrible story about this guy jumping out of a truck. Did you hear that story?
No.
All right, we'll be right back. This is WOCA.
Weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, partly sunny skies with a high of 86 to 90. It'll be mainly clear Tuesday night with a low of 68 in some inland spots, 76 at the coast. Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds, high 87 to 91. Thursday, partly sunny with a thunderstorm or two in the area, the high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
That was the sound of a tree falling. Tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Your Super Meaty toothpaste could be keeping you awake. Mint stimulates our alertness and energy, so consider brushing with something like baking soda. If your new date goes out of their way to show respect to you, yet argues with every receptionist and valet and restaurant server, that's a red flag for what's going to happen later with you. If you want to improve your cognitive function, take a walk in nature.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
WWWOCA,
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. 65 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 90. No mention of rain in today's forecast. Enjoy today. It's a beautiful day. I was just looking at the pictures of the place that Dan Martone is calling in from today. Oh, my gosh. This is... Holy cow, Robert.
It's Hollywood.
I want to spend more time in North Carolina.
Outstanding.
just even if you don't have accommodations like this amazing hotel that they're staying, or resort, whatever you call this, I just love that area. It's just a beautiful area. All right, let's see. We got some talking points this morning. Let me tell you about this young man, 34 years old, went to get a tattoo over in Volusia County. Didn't say Daytona. But anyway, apparently he got an intricate tattoo that took longer, like 2 hours. It would have taken 2 hours longer than his friend's tattoos. So his friend said, look, you either leave now, and you either come with us now, unfinished, or you stay here and have your tattoo finished and find your own way home because we're leaving. Okay, so he didn't get his tattoo finished. 34 years old. He's not a child. But the poor guy, I mean, he was just, I guess, distraught over the fact that he didn't have his tattoo finished, and he jumped out of the truck. It was going about 40 miles an hour, according to the driver of the truck.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, they couldn't find him. It must have been at night. They called the sheriff's office. They found his body. He is 34 years old. He graduated from Denellen High School. Of course, that was some years ago now, but
yeah,
34 years old. Brian Robinson, prayers for him and his family and his friends.
Gosh.
Would be appropriate.
Gee, that was mean of his friends. Gee.
Yeah, but you can't blame them. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. It was mean.
It was mean, but I mean, if tattoos take a long time, I mean, I've heard of people going back 2 or 3 times for, to finish up a tattoo. So there was something else going on with that, Brian. Too bad.
Hillary Clinton will be in Florida today. Her husband will be here tomorrow. And of course, they're campaigning for her run for the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
A man in South Florida was arrested. He approached an undercover sheriff's deputy, a female sheriff's deputy, and she was, of course, posing as a prostitute, and he bought the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And she arrested him, and he's in the news not because he was soliciting prostitutes, because apparently 21 other men were doing the same thing.
There you go.
In this one sting operation, but this particular man had a 2-year-old boy with him, his own son.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
No. How disgusting is that?
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine?
Oh, go play in the play area. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Today's National Child Care Appreciation Day, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate the people who take care of your children right.
Gosh, yeah. Well, I guess sex was more important to him than his kid.
Congress returns today from a 7-week recess that has left lawmakers with less than a month to fund the federal government and prevent another shutdown.
Yeah, and that shows you how uncaring Congress is. I mean, they know that they have to do this stuff, and yet they take 7 weeks off.
That's opposite. 7 weeks?
I mean, that's ridiculous.
What do you do for 7 weeks?
Yeah, they still get paid. That's awful.
But the scramble to solve the problem will not stop Congress from casting votes on other issues designed to challenge the Obama administration. Lawmakers also will confront a pressing problem they left behind in July: how to pay for efforts to combat the Zika virus. Zika, big issue here in Florida and also in Texas now. And of course, Puerto Rico, too. Let's not forget, Puerto Rico is part of this country. Congress does make decisions that affect Puerto Rico.
Yeah. I'm just so frustrated. Why can't they just, be in session all year round, and then they each get their 2-week or 3-week vacation whenever they want to? I mean, that's really ridiculous, leaving the American people hanging.
President Barack Obama canceled what would have been his first meeting with Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte after Duterte, and I apologize if I'm saying his name wrong, described Obama in vulgar terms, a White House spokesman said. That's why Obama said, "I'm not going." I don't blame him. Obama, who is in Laos for meetings with South Asian leaders, instead will meet with South Korean President Park Geun-hye. Apparently, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte called Barack Obama, quote, a son of a whore.
Ooh, no, that's bad.
Come on.
That's really bad.
What is wrong with the world?
That is awful. Where is the respect that people should get? That is awful.
You pick on your own leaders. Don't pick on our leader.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or not.
Exactly.
He's part of our family. You don't pick on him. We can pick on him. We're allowed to pick on him. You're outsiders aren't allowed to pick on him.
Outsiders, non-citizens.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Well, thank you guys for that. I voted for the president twice, and I'd vote for him 2 more times if these were the days of FDR. Larry, I just wanted to bring to your attention, there's a great website that keeps track of Florida stuff called FloridaBulldog.com, and it's a investigative journalist who wrote for the Tampa Bay Tribune. In any case, he's brought it to people's attention that actually Governor Scott's wife's company that she owns was awarded the contract for the state of Florida's Zika antivirus attack deal or whatever. I just thought we complain about big government, but really what's actually happening in our country is like Planned Parenthood to, getting rid of Zika to to the DCF, the Children's Family Services, to public libraries. All of those are being handed over to corporations, which is called privatization. Which, when that happens, it doesn't make sense to most of us because we're used to living in the 20th century. But the 21st century looks like anonymity and privatization, and just handing things over. So I think that citizens, like you were talking about the state park, I think that people and their neighborhoods are important, and their education, and so that's my point. I trust my fellow citizen more than a nebulous corporation, which may not even be American owned anymore. So, all right, that's all.
That's a good point too. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see else in the news. Lawyers for Bill Cosby today will fight to keep out evidence in his sexual assault trial, including nearly 1,000 pages of damaging testimony he gave in his accuser's lawsuit. Testimony he gave.
Yeah.
They won't allow his testimony in his trial. Cosby, who is 79 years old, is charged with drugging and molesting a woman he mentored at Temple University in 2004. His lawyers want to suppress testimony from Andrea Costan's 2005 lawsuit, as well as a taped phone call between Cosby and Costan's mother.
Well, no, he should come forward. I mean, when this thing first blew up...
It's never going to be back to what it was.
Oh, no.
He might as well get through this and take his hits. I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't know if he did what they say he did or not, but...
Well, back when this thing first blew up and came to the light, they were interviewing past celebrities that knew him, and J.J. Walker stood up and he said, "Oh yeah, we all knew what was going on."
Oh my gosh!
It's like, you idiot! You're off the grid now too. Then, I mean, if he knew what was going on, he should have brought it to the forefront.
You don't know, yeah, but he was a kid. Keep in mind the age difference. J.J. Walker was a kid. You're going to tell him?
He was what, 18 or when he was on?
Yeah, I know, but would I have said something if I was 18 years old and I'm hanging out with Bob Hope or something, and Bob Hope is saying, "Oh, that's kind of crazy what Bob Hope is doing." I think I would just tell my friends. What, you think I'd blast it to the public?
Yeah, you're right.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see. Victims of notorious cancer doctor Farid Fatah, who is serving a 45-year prison sentence for insurance fraud, can start meeting with government officials today to apply for payment under a $11.9 million restitution fund. The U.S. Attorney's Office identified at least 553 patients defrauded by the Detroit area doctor who intentionally misdiagnosed or mistreated them, though they said there could be more among his 17,000 patients. The application process was rolled out 2 months ago on the website fatahclaims.com. Victims have until October 5th to apply for funds. Let's see. The first of 3 nights in the Miss America 2017 preliminary competition will begin tonight in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Where the pageant began in 1921. The competition, which includes contestants from all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico, will run for 6 days, ending with the winner crowned during Sunday night's finale. Among the participants is Miss Missouri, Erin O'Flaherty, who's making the news because she is the first openly lesbian contestant.
Oh, okay.
Openly. Olympic gold medalist Gabby Douglas is joining the judges panel for the final round on Sunday. Do you follow this at all?
No.
You follow it?
No, I don't. I used to when I was younger and, growing up, it was elegance and everything, but now it's politics.
September 11th anniversary is coming up on Sunday. Here's a September 11th story. The remains of 1,113 victims of the September 11th, 2001 attacks on the World Trade Center, 40% of those who perished still have not been identified.
Oh, my God.
This is an issue that both haunts and divides families on how to honor them. A repository underneath the Twin Towers site and adjacent to the 9/11 Memorial Museum is where unidentified remains are now stored. Oh, my gosh. But some families say the unidentified dead deserve an above-ground memorial like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery.
Yes, I concur.
Me too.
I concur.
The room has no sanctity, no religiosity, no atmosphere, and no respect like an interfaith chapel would have. Sally Regenhard, whose son, Christian Regenhard, was a probationary firefighter who died responding to the attacks, and his remains were never found. Others find great comfort in the reflection room, which opened in 2014. Have you seen that one?
No, not the room. Mm-mm.
This is a place I have to go because that's where they took their last breath. Monica Eichen Murphy, whose husband, Michael Patrick Eichen, died in the Trade Center South Tower.
Yeah. Oh, that was the museum wasn't open for a week and a half after we left. So
that's where the reflecting room is. The reflection.
I would guess so. That's my guess.
All right, we will take a little break. We will be right back. Galen Unold up next. Going to talk about some strange sports memorabilia.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama, the first sitting U.S. president to visit Laos, pledging $90 million to the country to help clean up unexploded ordnance from the Vietnam War.
He noted the U.S. dropped more bombs on Laos than on Germany and Japan in World War II.
Even now, many Americans are not fully aware of this chapter in our history, and it's important that we remember today.
He said the U.S. will help the growth of civil society in a nation that still has communist-style one-party rule.
Fox Radio's Alistair Wanklin in Laos. Many East Coast beaches still closed as her turns an hour off New York's Long Island and New England.
It is expected to get a little bit closer to the coast throughout the day, but the system is weakening.
John Cangelosi of the National Hurricane Center. Guilty plea expected in Los Angeles today from the man accused of fatally shooting an airport screening officer 3 years ago and wounding 3 other people. The plea would spare Paul Ciancia from the death penalty. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Yeah, it's me, your heart. Listen to me. We've got to talk. High blood pressure is serious, and yours? Whoa. What happened to us? We used to be so much more active. But lately you've been ignoring me. I know you think I'm just gonna keep ticking away forever, but you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know that. But I like my job. Just treat me better. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. Let's get to it. After all, we're in this together.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems.